Hey, welcome back for another video of technical analysis. This is our daily stock trading series. Today I'm going to look at the phone company AT&T, symbol T. Today is November 7th, 2019. Let's get started. So here is a one-year chart, pretty clear. It's been in an upward trend since really late December 2018, so I've spent most of the year in an uptrend. And of course, the moving averages are all going to be in line up here. You can either look at the last pricing up in the right-hand corner, or you can look in the left-hand corner and actually see the readout where you have the 10-day is higher than the 20, which is higher than a 50. That's just an indication that the moving averages are showing that this bullish move is expected to continue. And when you take a look at the 5-year chart, it also, because of what we've seen this year, it also is going to be strongly bullish. You can see that from really, we'll just say a continuous downtrend from 2017 all the way down to late 2018, just before 2019. This stock had been looking down with lower lows and lower highs. So but it's been looking up lately. So let's just take a look at the Fibonacci analysis, and I just took the last price trend and the pullback from there. So I could have included that that movement from, we'll call it May through most likely November of 2017, but I just decided to start in late 17 and follow that movement all the way down to the low in December of 2018. And you can see we're at the 78.6% level, almost exactly. That level calculates out to be $39.55, and the closing price today for AT&T stock is $39.42. So we are 13 cents away from hitting that level exactly. So we'll call it good enough, close enough for this sort of analysis. So what that tells me is that we've had a strong pullback. We could end up going higher and retesting the top of that last trend, which would be the $42.65 range, or go beyond it. But if we were to start to trail off again, I would definitely say that this retracement fulfilled the expectation of the last downward move. And then looking at a longer range, so every now and then we get a company that has a lot of price history, and AT&T, is one of those companies that goes back for obviously decades and decades. So just getting a better look, you see it back in '99. This stock topped out at it looks like it actually hit $60 a share. Never closed that high, but it certainly reached up there intraday. So this just sort of puts things into perspective. Overall, we are roughly at the 50% level of that move, of that larger price range. And you can see we've just creeped a little higher, but really haven't gotten up to retest those levels in a while. I like that we had a higher high in late 2007, and then of course we came off, but back in 2013, looks like 2013, possibly midway 2012, we had a higher high, and then again in 2016 we had another higher high. So maybe here in 2019 or maybe in 2020 we're going to push for a higher high and get above these other levels, maybe ultimately get up there to retest the that $60 per share range. And obviously the world has changed significantly since then from a telecom perspective. Back in late '99 they could charge 20-25 cents a minute for long distance, even though 10 cents was being offered on the commercials. They still got away with it. Nowadays, no one remembers what paying for long distance was all about because of things like WhatsApp, Skype, cell phones, you name it. So different time period, but let's keep going. So I always like to look at the MACD And of course, when you have a continued up move, it's upward trend, it's hard, or even a downward trend, a continued multi-month long trend gets difficult to have a relevant MACD situation. So even back here in mid-September, we had a crossover of the MACD in the overbought range. It came on down a little bit and has crossed higher. If you look at stock, though, the stock really barely moved to follow it, and so I wouldn't put much stock into this MACD by any means. But I do like looking at the trending channel higher, and I left out some of the peaks just to get sort of an idea of what this inner channel might actually look like. And we've got a pretty strong move. It looks like we might be at the top of that trending channel, but it just depends. If I had shifted it up to include the top peak or even the bottom peaks, and you'd see that we still have room to go. So I just wanted to have it's a clear visual of which direction stock is going. When I see this, I don't sell into this. Some people want to play the contrarian move. They want to collect on all of these little smaller pullbacks of $1. I'd rather just buy it and try to collect the $8 move. So I don't believe in selling strength until it breaks some serious levels to make it worth selling. So I went back to a little bit longer chart. This price chart is back through about 2003. And that just gives me an idea of where some of these levels have been. So the green line shows support. That support level of just shy of $29 a share has been, it actually played resistance in early 2003. But you can see, once again, it was resistance in 2008, right around there, late 2009, early 10. And then we see it play a little bit of resistance, started to get chopped up, and then it became support back here in 2011, and we saw it work as support again back here in late 2008, late 2018, early 2019, and we bounced since then. But look at this. So we had a level here that price seemed to, here back in 2007, this red seemed to play support back then, but once the market truly fell below, we can see where it played resistance at back here in early or mid 16. We broke through it, fell below it, broke through it again, fell below it, and then once again in late 17, this became this price range of about where we are right now, around $39.50, became resistance once again. And if you remember, $39.55 was our 78.6% retracement level of the last big price move. This price trend that we saw from 2017 down to late 2018. So a lot of time. When you start to have these numbers layer on top of each other and you start to see visible support and resistance levels, just know that they are there for a reason. They're significant. There is consolidation of orders there, and it's definitely worth paying attention to. So overall, in summary, this stock has spent most of 2019 in an upward price trend. Both the 1-year and 5-year moving averages are bullish, and that's no surprise. The Fibonacci analysis shows that we've reached the 78.6% retracement of the last big move using the 5-year price chart, and that was really the move from 2017 through late 18. The MACD is somewhat irrelevant because of, or I'll just say not irrelevant, but less relevant because of the overall continuation of this upward trend for most of this year. So overall, AT&T has some strong support down at the $29 level. I imagine it's still there, and I think if we can push higher than $40 per share, we have a good shot at reaching up towards the $43 per share range. And I got that just from looking at the last high. I think if we can break through this possible resistance here at the $39.50 range, we have a good shot at retesting this high that came in, you know, almost to $44 a share, maybe even blowing through it. And I sort of step back that number a little bit just by saying $43 per share, but we could get to $44 a share and possibly reach new highs this year or early next year. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening. Please share these videos, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the other analysis that we have. We're going to have a few more, more stock, but we're going to increase our channel to include some cryptocurrency and possibly some futures trading as well. So that's it for now. Happy trading. Take care.